Welcome back to Chicago Now. We have a very special guest. We have someone who does a dangerous job, but someone's got to do it to protect the pretty faces.
He's a pretty face too.
I was just going to say, wait a second. We haven't seen. Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Look at that smile. Oh, guys, Paul Lacovara. Excuse me.
Lacovara, yeah.
Got it. Okay, thank you so much, Paul, for joining us. Now, you have protected some of our favorite actors like Christian Bale, Ryan Reynolds, Bradley Cooper, John Hamm, just to name a few. Not a big deal, right? Sure. You're Emmy-nominated as well. Thank you so much for joining the program. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Okay, we have to.
We got so many questions. Go ahead.
This is going to be a long interview. Buckle in, buddy.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Ice right away.
In.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
No kidding. What is the craziest stunt you've done? I have to know. And who was it for?
You know, it varies. It depends what you find scary and crazy, right? But like, say for instance, I was doubling Philip Winchester on a TV show called The Player on NBC a few years back, and we had this helicopter chasing after us, and we have to run off the top of the building, grab onto some wires, and then drop down. So that was about 200 feet tall. Jumping off that building was kind of exciting. Another gag was on the same show, doing a fight on the tail end of a C-130 that's open, so I get tackled. I'm half hanging out of the airplane. We're 14,000 feet high. I look down, there's the ground. I look over there, there's another airplane filming us. I was on Star Trek, doubling Chris Pine, dropping down 100 feet from Dodger Stadium, straight down to the ground, and then lifted back up. So there's a bunch of stuff that we've done over the years that can kind of get the heart racing.
How in the heck, okay, did you even get into this? Like, what was like that first job like that you were like, okay, I think I could do this for a career?
You know, it's funny. I was going to college. I was going to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. That's where I grew up. And I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was studying sociology and anthropology and just taking those courses because I was interested in them, but didn't know what I was going to do for a career. So one day I was working out with my training partner, and he said, hey, want to be in a movie? And that was called We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson and Sam Elliott. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. So start on there as an extra. And so we get to set, have breakfast, then we're hanging out with our buddies all day long, waiting to film. And then we start filming, and we're firing guns, riding around in helicopters, and playing army men and getting paid for it. I'm like, this is the job. This is it, right? So I found my calling. And then after that, I got on Hulk as an extra. Actually, let me backtrack. On We Were Soldiers, I got a day of stunts on there, and that was my first gag ever. And then on Hulk, I got a week of stunts on there, and I kept on getting stunts every show I was kind of an extra on. And so finally, I quit being an extra, went back to bartending at night, and started pushing to be a stuntman. And then 2005, started doubling Christian, and then everybody else, and my career kind of took off and snowballed.
I love
Wow, wow.
love
We're
it.
seeing some of the video here. I'm guessing that's all you. You're very experienced with car crashes, it looks like.
Yeah, I love it. It's so fun.
Okay, so walk us through the whole process.
Yeah.
Like, you get on set.
And what happens?
What is this like? A day in the life of you.
A day in the life. It's amazing. No, it can be fun, and it can be exciting. It can be also, you know, kind of quiet. It depends. So if we're getting ready to do a car crash, well, we've already kind of built the car, we've built the ramps and stuff, and so we scout the locations, we make sure everything's in place, and eventually throughout the day, as we get closer to the gag, we get in there, and I have my protective gear on, helmet, neck brace, Hans device, pads on the knees and elbows, and we have roll cage inside if we're crashing or if we're flipping like that, and then we cinch down the seatbelts and hit the gas.
I got so many questions. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one first. What kind of training are you doing on a daily basis? Are you going to the gym every day? Do you have a special trainer that kind of prepares you for this? Do you have a doctor that you have to see? Have you ever kind of had your neck kind of go?
Yeah.
Have you had to see a chiropractor? Like, what is all of that like?
Right. I have seen chiropractors, but I don't mess with them anymore. I had one that I didn't really dig.
Okay.
But yeah, so I started, I've been doing martial arts my entire life, off and on, right? So I was really focusing on martial arts when I was a kid. Then I'd start doing a sport, and I'd take off from martial arts. But I always come back to some form of martial arts, whether it be karate, taekwondo, whatever it is, kickboxing. And so that was kind of my in, I guess. And so then I started taking like fight choreography courses when I first started. And then I saw the stunt driving. I was like, oh, this looks awesome. So then I started taking some stunt driving courses. And then I bought a car and turned it into a drift car. And then my buddies and I now go out and drift at tracks and wherever else. And so there's the driving aspect that we try and keep up on. Because, you know, the more seat time you have, the better you get, the better you are, the sharper your skills. And then for the gym, you know, I just go to 24-hour. When I can, I have a workout that I do. It's 300, 200, 100. I do 300 jump squats, 200 push-ups, and 100 pull-ups. And I do 10 minutes of abs, and that's all within a half hour, and bang it out, and then stretch, and then I'm on with my day.
That should be a Paul challenge. That should be a new challenge. That's crazy. Okay.
It's a challenge. Yeah, I used to do it with Scott Conn and another actor on 5-0, and that's when I learned that workout. I was like, oh, you're dying by the end. You're dying. You'll sleep so well if you do that workout.
Yeah, good word, dying.
No kidding. I guess I didn't realize that a lot of stuntmen then, or people, are also driving. I thought maybe they brought in a professional driver to do those stunts, but there's some like you who could do both pretty much.
Yeah, it's good to be jack of all trades, really, right? So I got in as a fight guy, and then so I was specializing in fights and also driving. So those are kind of my two bags, really, right? But yeah, they bring in specialists all the time. We hire straight drifters to really get that precision going sometimes. Or if you need a parkour person, you know, you find those guys. There are specialists for sure. But then if you can be someone who's all around, that's even better, because if you're on like Hawaii 5-0, where I was doubling and I was one of the stunt coordinators under the lead stunt coordinator, Eric Norris, and choreographing the fights. If you're there as the lead double, they want you to be able to do everything. You know, that's run, jump, fight, you know, drive, all that stuff. They don't want to have to bring in another double all the time. That way, if they have you, they save money.
That's what I was going to ask you, like, because in acting, you hear people say, well, that person's the triple threat. They can sing, they can dance, they can act. And kind of what is the threat? Or it sounds like more than a triple threat, maybe like quadruple threat in your industry, on your side of things.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
You try and be as handy and as much of an asset to production as you can.
I love this.
So I guess I have another question, going back to your training and stuff. Do you have like certain moves, like even, this sounds crazy, I don't know if you're gonna have an answer to this, but say like you're doing something kind of sketchy, or you know that you potentially in the next 10 seconds could be in a car crash. Are there some things that you could do inside the car to like brace your body for better impact?
Yeah, as a general person?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, so what we do, whenever we do a car crash, you're gripping the wheel. You don't put your thumbs down like this, right? You put them over like this. We call it monkey gripping.
Okay.
Right, because if you're gripping like this, then as you go forward, you're gonna break your thumbs.
Okay, so not like this, up top.
Yeah, so we always grip over.
Up top, okay.
That's one, yeah. And if you know you're gonna get in an accident like that, the best thing to do is just go like this and tuck down and go along for the ride. So many times people, they overreact. A lot of times when you see a car flipped on the freeway, I'm like, that person did this, right? But really, so many times in stunt driving, if we want a car to slide sideways and do like a 90-degree slide like this, or even a 180, all we're doing is turning that steering wheel with our fingers, like our forefinger and our thumb, and just going, boop. That's it.
Wow.
And the car does the rest. All it takes is the front wheels just go like this a little bit, and the whole car slides all the way around. So really, people overreact all the time on the freeway. And so the best thing to do is just relax. If you are holding on, put the thumbs over, or just, if you see, I mean, you don't want to, I'm not telling people to let go of the wheel, right?
Right. We're not giving bad advice here, okay?
Let's be clear about that, right? But like once I do a pipe ramp, right? If I go flying up in the air right there.
Like that, yeah.
I have my arms crossed right there.
Your arms are crossed?
That's it, yep.
Show me that. Can we get them back on camera? I want to see what you mean. You mean like this?
No, like this.
Oh, on yourself.
Oh, because
yeah. So once I hit that ramp, I go up. I'm already up on it for the flight. Then I'm crossing up like this, because if you hold on to it, those wheels are going to hit the ground sometime, and they're going to yank, right? And you're going to break in your arms or something.
I didn't think about that.
So later on in the Stevenson, I'm just going to try this.
No, you're not going to try that.
Yeah, let's go to the back parking lot. I'll take you out in a car, and we'll slide it around.
Hey, you know what? This is an open invite. Come whenever.
Yeah, let me ask you.
I think we need to do that, right? I need to do a little demo for the audience.
That's what we need to see.
Exactly.
Honestly, put me in the back, though. I don't want to be in the front. I don't know. The back may not be a safe place to be.
I'll be outside of the car. Anyway.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a stunt go wrong? And what was the circumstances, and what was the aftermath?
Right. So I was on a TV show, and I was supposed to, in story, my guy, he's on top of a bridge, and he sees the semi truck that's doing some human transporting, I guess you could say, human trafficking. And so he has to jump off this bridge, land on top of the semi truck, land, almost fall off, get up, cut a hole in the top of it, then drop down and do a fight. Okay, well, we're doing the first part on green screen where I'm 35, 40 feet up in the air, and I have to jump down to the boxes down below that are wrapped in green screen. But the problem was we did the whole thing in green screen and not smaller pieces. Well, so when I jump down, I go to toe tap and kind of fold into the boxes because they're looking from above. And I didn't sink into the boxes at all. I sank like this much, where you're supposed to sink 4 or 5 feet. I ended up flapping forward and broke my nose, tore a ligament in my neck, and broke my foot. Well, that wasn't the only bad news. The worst news was that the cameraman missed it, and we still needed to get it. Right? So then they're like, okay, bad news, here we go. Okay, let's go. So I went back up there, did the stunt again, and then went to the hospital.
So you did the stunt while injured?
Yeah, that happens all the time. Yeah.
What does your insurance company say about this?
Well,
they don't know, but go ahead.
Yeah. Either way, you're going to the hospital, right? So there's nothing more that's needed, I guess. But that happens all the time. There are stories in the 80s of guys on, Dukes of Hazzard or A-Team or whatever. They're doing 3 shows a day because LA was so busy back then with so few stuntmen. They do a stunt, break an arm, go to the hospital, get a cast on, then on the way back they'd cut the cast off and do some more stunts. It's what we do as stuntmen. Everybody can do a stunt once, right? The general person can do a stunt once, but it's the stuntman who has to dig down and go again, keep his mind locked or her mind locked in, and keep going until the director gets their action desired, and then we can go home and complain to our loved ones.
What's the longevity of a stuntman, considering that that's one instance that you told us about, but I'm sure you've had more. How long, oftentimes, because we think of retirement age, what they put in the news, 65, et cetera. How long can a stuntman go?
That's funny you asked that, because SAG, our union, wants us to retire at 62, right? Well, what professional athletes do you know who work until they're into their 60s? Which is, it's kind of a, contentious subject. But yeah, so a lot of times what we do is I'm coordinating more stuff now. So today I'm going on a location scout for a Katy Perry music video, and I'm prepping a movie to coordinate. We just did, I don't know if you saw the VMAs, but one of the videos I worked on for Ariana Grande got Pop Video of the Year and Long Form of the Year. She's killing it with Christian Bale and the Lucky Bastards. They're doing great.
I love that.
So I work a lot with them in London Alley. And so as a stunt coordinator, or as a stuntman, I do at least, I like to move into stunt coordinating, where not only I can create the action, but also give people work, which is nice. So it's kind of a place to be creative, save your body, and put a little money in other people's pockets.
Okay. We got so many questions. We are nowhere near questioning. Done questioning.
We got into the awards, and correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, but you're Emmy nominated. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I know that is a recent award that stuntmen are eligible to receive now, correct?
Right, yeah, I think it started in 2021. Is that right? Yeah, so just recently, and it's funny because I was telling somebody the other day, we did so many crazy gags on Hawaii Five-0 and other stuff. I'm never even nominated, didn't even think about it. We could have had our shelves stocked with those awards. But yeah, it's really great. Being nominated for an Emmy means the world to everybody because it's recognition from your peers and one of the toughest, most collaborative crafts in the business,
How many, I'm sorry, I thought you were done there.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, how many TV shows, movies, music videos do you think that you've done? Do you have an exact count of how many?
Are we adding episodes as well as the general?
If you got a count.
500 somewhere.
Okay.
Like that.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
500.
So I think on IMDb, I have 130 something movies, 130 something TV shows. And then you get into 100. Then I did 105 episodes of Hawaii Five-0, or around 20 of Magnum PI, and 12 of this, 20 of that. So it all adds up. So yeah, I've been in the business 25 years.
Wow.
And I've been thankfully working steadily.
You don't even look 25. True
Oh,
story.
stop.
Yeah,
story, you look great.
Yeah, we're talking about other pretty faces. I don't know.
Yeah, you look great.
And no, Paul, I mean, you have to be like the most popular person at a bar or a restaurant, you know, talking
funny.
conversation with people because
Right.
it's unbelievable. Someone tells me they're a stuntman, I'm going to be like, prove it. Tell me.
Yeah, do something. Crash through something.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, people, they become enthralled a little bit. But then I was just at a show and I saw this guy who was a Black Hawk helicopter pilot, and I think that's the coolest.
That is a cool job.
He was trying to bend my ear about my career, and I wanted to hear all the stories from him. And like jet fighter pilot, or fighter jet pilot, whatever. I think that's the coolest job. So yeah, it's a very fun job, and I do like talking about work. So I'm always open for conversation whenever we're out and about.
Let me ask you this: how has AI impacted what you do at all?
Well, I think it's going to be gnarly in the future. I think we're in trouble, really. Right now, I think we're early stages. I think it's not quite there. While there are some commercials I've seen who claim to be, or that claim to be all AI, it's not good. So it's, people ask me if my sons are going to be stuntmen when they're of age, and I say I hope so. If the career's still lucrative enough to make a living, really. But I think the producers are still nursing their hangovers from that celebration of winning for the last negotiations, really. Our union tends to roll over to get the immediate win, but in the long run, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, we're in that same union, so we do understand that battle that you're talking about with SAG-AFTRA. In terms of lucrative, because you mentioned that word, is this a job that people can live off of and live well?
Yeah, I'm definitely not broke.
You better not be.
You better not be. Maybe a broken arm, but not a broken checkbook.
You're broken up.
Maybe broken. Yeah, I'm broken, but not broke. Yeah, it's good. It's good, especially if you're working, right? So, and really, I think we get paid accordingly, and sometimes not well enough. Some people might hear what our paychecks are, and they're like, oh, that's crazy, you make that much money. Well, we're risking our lives many times. Sometimes we're not, but oftentimes we are. And so what would it take for you to risk your life, right? Is it $2,000? No, but that's sometimes what we're getting paid to jump off this building or get hit by this car. You crack your head. Is that enough? So really, it's good for sure. I don't want to complain, but it depends how you look at it.
Yeah, good point.
We're almost done, I swear.
No, I'll keep going. Let's go.
You worked with a lot of celebrities. You've been on a lot of sets.
I want to know who
Tell
his
us
favorite
who's
is.
your favorite. Oh, we can't ask you who your least favorite is. You're not going to tell us. Okay,
No.
tell us who your favorite is.
Here's my least favorite. No, I will never.
or like, what was your least favorite experience with an actor or actress? You don't have to say who they are, but
First,
like,
your favorite.
Oh, well, I think I have a couple favorites, right?
Okay.
So Tom Hiddleston.
okay.
He and I started on Thor together, and then went on to the Avengers and Thor 2, and he started requesting me. Any actor who requests me, I love, right? Because that's what you want as a stuntman, is to be taken care of by your actor, and they have them bring you on to the next project, because you're risking your life for them. And if you make a good match for them, well, then it's a symbiotic relationship, right? So Tom Hiddleston was great, Theo James was great, Eric Bana, Ryan Reynolds was great. I doubled him on R.I.P.D., and then he took me all around the world working for him doing Deadpool commercials. I didn't work on the Deadpool movie itself, but I did a bunch of the commercials, and it was great. So all those guys are super nice, and there are a couple bad apples out there, but everyone's a jerk to somebody, right? And so they can be super nice or super bad, but for the most part, everyone's really cool.
I like that. Let me ask you this, and I'm bad at remembering names, so keep that in mind. So
Sure, me too.
I'm just curious, like, how things have changed on sets, especially in the stuntman world. This was not a stuntman, but in light of the situation that happened with the weapon, that replica weapon that was on set, I'm just curious, has anything changed? I don't even think it was a replica, I think it was a weapon. Has anything changed behind the scenes on your end since that tragic incident?
Are you talking about where the job
Rust.
in New
Thank
Mexico?
The movie
you. I
Rust.
could not
Thank
think
you.
of the life of
I'm
me.
so happy
Rust.
people in the room
Rust.
remember.
Yeah.
Yes,
Without getting
Baldwin.
into that whole deal,
Yeah.
more safety standards have been raised.
Okay.
And so we've always had safety meetings. That should never have happened, by the way. That was crazy. There are never bullets that are on set near us. There's never live ammunition. That's not a thing. So someone really messed up over there. Someone brought it onto set. That's not what happens on our sets. It's all blanks. It never gets mixed up. I've never seen that in my life, and that's a tragic incident that happened. But yeah, so we're always super safe. We make sure now, even more than ever, people will check out the weapons that we're using. Anybody who's around can come check out the weapon, you know, make sure everyone's comfortable, and then we go through our action. But yeah, we have a safety meeting upon safety meeting, and really trying to make sure that everyone's comfortable and feels that they're safe on set.
My last question for you, and I don't know if Gabby has another, but here's my last.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
I see you have a ring.
Gabby, no, I'm here. Let's go.
I see you have a ring on. So that makes me believe that you're in our club, the Mary Club. How does your spouse feel about you doing this job every day?
She's used to it.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, see you later. You know, I think when we were first dating, I was kind of still breaking into the business. So we kind of grew into this world together. So, yeah, she's good. You know, I tell her about some stunts that are happening, and she kind of cringes a little bit. But she deals with it just like everybody else, and it's good.
I love it.
They understand, and my kids, you know, they're excited about it, so it's fun.
Wow, strong woman, strong family.
Strong family, I love it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We could keep going.
I mean, we could keep going.
Really good.
We could do extended coverage for 2 hours. Thank you so much for joining us. We really
ladies. Appreciate you.
Next time we need you in here doing that workout, maybe we can tag along.
Let me know. Let's go.
All right, we're down. When you're in Chicago, hit us up. All right, see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, we have much more right after this break.